Hello everyone, and welcome to the Lowdown on VA Loans. I'm Audrey Whittington with Realtor.com, and today joining me I have Chris Birk, who's our Director of Education for Veterans United. Thanks for joining us, Chris.
Audrey, thank you so much.
So, Chris, I really want to dive into sort of the advantages and maybe even disadvantages of a VA loan, like have a heart-to-heart about that.
Yeah.
So let's start with the advantages. Let's start with the positive.
Well, arguably, I think this is the most powerful loan option on the market.
Wow.
I know a lot of people hear government-backed loans, they don't typically think
it scares them.
the best loan on the market. But so in terms of advantages, the signature benefit of this program for 70 plus years, buying without a down payment.
Right, that's just huge.
Hard to overstate, right? I mean, think about how many millennials out there are sitting on the sidelines.
Right.
They're not if they're a veteran.
Sure, and if they've got, college loans, they're like, how can I save this money?
Hey, if you have the GI Bill, you don't have a lot of student loan debt either.
That's true too, good point.
Millennials are jumping into the housing market among veteran
Fastest
circles.
growing.
So no down payment, but there's also no mortgage insurance. So if you're getting a conventional loan, if you're not putting down 20%, you're paying mortgage insurance every month, right?
PMI,
Not a part of the program here.
Right.
Lowest average interest rates on the market, and they have been for the last 4 years and counting.
So no down payment and the lowest interest rates.
Yeah, and flexible credit requirements.
Oh, nice.
So
how low can you go?
Depends on the lender, but 620 is a pretty common benchmark.
Wow, okay, great.
But you don't need a sky-high credit score to compete for those rates either. So on a conventional loan, you need a higher score.
That's very true.
And if you want a great rate, you usually need sky-high credit, not the case with VA loans.
Sky-high credit and a nice, healthy down payment.
It's true.
So here really, you're right. I mean, it's really, for somebody who's served, it really is a gift to them, really. I mean,
it is. I mean, it's a promise that we've made to veterans and military families that you serve our country, you put your life on the line, this is something that we're going to do for you. It's a job benefit. Now, you mentioned drawbacks too, and it is worth, I don't want to paint just a rosy picture and not say that there aren't.
Let me ask you if there are any negatives.
There are considerations, I think, if you're a veteran out there and you're thinking about buying a home, and this is the same with any government-backed loan, is occupancy, right? You're not going to be able to use a VA loan to buy a vacation home, an investment property. You're going to need to live in that home for at least a time as your primary residence.
Which is most people anyway.
It's true. Now, the other piece is the VA funding fee. And so that's a fee that's applied to every purchase or refinance loan that the VA makes. You don't pay it if you receive compensation for a service-connected disability. Everybody else does encounter this fee.
Now, can this fee be paid by the seller? I mean, so...
It can. It can be paid by the seller or the lender. You can also roll it into your loan. It's the only closing cost.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you can roll it in. So
you can. So you don't have to have this cash at closing.
Right. And it's probably not a huge amount of money.
It's 2.15% for most VA loans.
Of the sales price?
Of the fund, yep. Exactly.
Okay, so if it's a couple thousand, you might roll it in.
Yeah, now if you're a veteran, you've got great credit, if you have the liquidity to put down 20%, you want to take a long, hard look, I think, at your options. Just knowing that VA loans is an option is so critical because that helps you make the best financial decision.
Well, I heard more advantages than disadvantages.
I tend to think
and I think you were being very candid about it too. So I think if you're a veteran, it's a really huge advantage.
It is,
and when you're buying a home.
And they've earned it through service and sacrifice to our country, so it's really the way that it should be, right?
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it, kind of giving us the lowdown.
Absolutely, Audrey. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. And I am Audrey Whittington, and we are doing the lowdown on VA loans. So thanks for joining us. And if you want, check out some of our other videos. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like or subscribe to our channel for more real estate content.